Hi guys, my name is Grania and this is my channel, Jungle Flowers Canada. Thank you so much for joining me. So, I'm probably like a lot of you. I'm in the process of taking down my Christmas decorations. I'm not quite finished yet. I have a few more bits to put away. So when I came down this morning, I'm like, okay, I'll clean the whole house, I'll get down the decorations, and if I have time, I'll do a video. Well, I'm halfway through and I'm done. I'm so tired. So I decided, you know what? The place is not as pristine as it should be, but I'll still go ahead and do the video because I'm sure you guys don't mind. You just prefer some content. So the video I'm going to do today is mostly going to be on lighting and how I position my plants in my home so that they're aesthetically pleasing to me. They may not be aesthetically pleasing to everybody, but for me, I want to show you how I use little tips and tricks to get lighting into areas that have low light without having to go for that industrial look. So if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I don't always use specific grow lights. I use a lot of 5000 Kelvin bulbs, and in fact in some of my IKEA cabinets I just use 4000 Kelvin undershelf lighting, and I want to show you how well it works. Sure, I may not get the biggest leaves out there, you know, I may not have the most amazing growth, but my growth is like very satisfactory, let's put it that way. I would say beyond satisfactory. I think my growth is very, very good. So I wanted to share it with you so that maybe you might be inspired by it. So excuse me if you see all my mess. My patio doors are absolutely destroyed. I took care of my daughter's Doberman over Christmas, and honestly, she just constantly jumped at the patio door, and there's the dirt in my door is just unbelievable, and I have not got the energy to go out in minus 18 or 19 degrees to clean it today. I will get around to it when the weather's a little bit better. So let's get going and have a look at what I have. Let's start here in my dining room. I will actually put links for all of these if I can still find them. So here I bought these lights that they're actually plug-in hanging lights, and if I come up close, they're actually, I think they're very pretty anyway. I really like them. And what I have in there is a Sansi bulb. Not one of the brightest. I can't remember how many watt is in it. I think it's maybe it's a 15 watt, and that basically hangs down over the plants in this corner, and you can see they're all very happy. Some of them don't even get a lot of light from it, but like those light fixtures were not overly expensive, nor were those Sansi bulbs. And then up here I have puck lights, which are, I think these are either 5,000 or 6,000 Kelvin, and they just throw some light onto these plants here and also onto the plants in my window. Now the reason I have to give supplementary light here is because you can see I have an overhang porch, and this is, I'd say it's probably a northeasterly window, so I do get some nice sun coming in the morning, but it doesn't fill the whole window. It fills, like, if you can see my arm there, it kind of comes in like this, gives a little bit of, oh, I'm out of focus because it's focusing on my hand. Gives a bit of dappled light here, but certainly not sufficient light for my plants. So here we have the twin of that other light. So they came in a pack of 2. Can you see it has like some gold there on it? So it's actually they're really very pretty. And again, this has that Sansi bulb, which gives light to quite a lot of plants here. Now, like I say, it's not superior lighting, you know, but you can see my plants are all enjoying it. They are all growing away, and it still looks pretty and allows me to place my plants in a very aesthetically pleasing way for me. So this is an older home. It was built in the 80s, so it had these horrible drywall valances, so we just trimmed it out in wood, and then I stained the wood. So for me, as I say, everybody to their own, but for me, this window looks more aesthetically pleasing, and I enjoy this window very much. Next up we have one of my retro IKEA cabinets. which I just adore. So this cabinet is 26 years old. I bought it from the sweetest lady in Toronto who she was in her 70s. She was amazing. And this has been to Sweden and to Canada. So in here, now I get great growth in this cabinet. I'm just going to show you there. Is it focusing? See the baby leaves there? I get great growth. These lights are under cupboard lighting from Costco, and you get 3 of them, I think, for $39.99. All my plants in here do very well. Do they do as well as if they were in a grow tent with high humidity and, you know, higher quality lighting? Probably not. But they certainly are happy, and they are growing away. Hopefully I can focus there. And if you can look actually in the back there, that is a tangamus, and there's a new leaf. So, and there of course is my lovely little fountain. So there we have 3 lights for $38.99. We'll say $40. And I've had this here for well over a year, and all my plants are loving it. So here's my second cabinet. So you can see they flank my sideboard. So I was very fortunate. I brought all my furniture with me from Ireland in 2012. So I didn't have to buy any furniture when I got here, because after 30 odd years of marriage, you accumulate a lot. So that's probably why you notice my furniture is quite light in colour. But anyway, so here we have some more of those beautiful Hoyas. That's a Siduaroenses, and that's a brand new leaf that just came out in this cabinet. And here are some more Hoyas. Again, these are the Costco lights. You can see my Wilbur Graves China. There's 2 brand new leaves that have come out in this cabinet. And basically, you'll see how I style. I don't overload them. I try to style my plants in my cabinets. Well, mostly in these. The ones in my family room are probably not, you know, quite as styled. But you can see how I like to style my cabinets. So, again, inexpensive. So I bought these cabinets for $50 each. And I just think they're beautiful. Sorry, there's still some Christmas glasses. Now what I did was, this was the stainless steel, and I sprayed, oh, I've lost my lighting. I sprayed all the metal parts of it like a brushed gold colour. So, and because of this cabinet, this corner is quite dark, but because I have this cabinet here, it adds some light to these 2 plants. So that's my Cebu Blue that's been mounted on some pine board, and there is a Monstera Deliciosa. So this corner here, you can see I have a lamp here, and this lamp just has an inexpensive grow bulb from Canadian Tire. I think they're like $5. And it gives light to this corner. It also throws some light on the Monstera. So I have a Mandula pothos there, and I bought these shutters for $10 each. And I had my husband attach them to the wall, and then I ran some fishing line to train these to go up. Now this Mandula pothos was actually starting to climb, but I took a cutting of it because I wanted to reroot it, because I wanted it to be a little bit fuller. Now here I have my Dancing Bones Ripsalis. So the only light that this corner gets, and remember this isn't the brightest room, is from the IKEA cabinet and that $5 Canadian Tire grow bulb. But you can see everything is very happy. This corner, same deal. I have the same Canadian Tire grow bulb in there. I have the same shutter. And here we have a ZZ. Well, we know how tolerant they are of lower light. But guys, look at my asparagus fern. I bought this in, where did I buy it? Giant Tiger for $4. And I just love it. And it's coming all the way across. And this doesn't even benefit from light from an IKEA cabinet. It just has light from that $5 Canadian Tire bulb. So we have the shutter here, and on this one I'm training an Monstera Adansonii to go up, and my hope is that it will eventually go all the way up. I'll put something else on the wall for it to attach to, because I don't really want it to attach to the drywall in case it damages it. But again, there is another corner. I just bought these lights here. They are grow lights. I will put the information on the screen. They weren't overly expensive. It was my birthday on the 5th, so I put in a little wish list for some plant related stuff. So here in this window, I showed you the bulkhead, yes. So can you see my Raphidophora tetrasperma is starting to attach itself to the wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick those lights under here to help with that, and also just to lighten up that section. So when I've completed that, I'll show you again in one of my videos. Or guys, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, because I do put photos up on Instagram as well. So again, this is how I like to style my plants. So out in my hall is the darkest hall ever. And here I have my Sansevieria Kirkii copper tone, I think it is. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? And then I have one of my little water haworthias, which I don't know the name of. And the only light they get, guys, is from this IKEA lamp. And it's not even a grow bulb. It's just a regular little bulb from IKEA. Let me see if I can pop it up here to show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see. It's very, very bright. But it's just a small little bulb, not even a grow bulb. And that plant is very, very happy. There's some Christmas decor. So here, I actually did a whole video on this. I do not kid you when I tell you my hall is so, so dark. But I wanted to make another plant area. So here we have all my Sansevieria. And I also have some hanging plants here. So we all have seen this grow bulb before. You know the one I'm talking about, I hope. It has, I'm going to turn the camera up this way, but I don't think you'll be able to see very much. It's probably too bright. But it's the one from Amazon that has 3 arms, and I think it's $20-something. I put it in this light fixture, which I actually had down in my basement that I didn't use. And the plants just love it. Since I put it here, my variegated whale fin got a new baby. My Kirkii Cleopatra got a new baby. My Kirkii Blue got a new baby. This is the Dutch Crown, which is actually quite an expensive Sansevieria, and it was beautiful, and I killed it, so you can see it's starting to come back. The Taniki could probably do with a little bit more light, but quite happy. And then I just have some other Sansevierias there. Now, if you watched the video where I did this, can you see up there? Maybe if I stand back here. So I actually bought an electrical cord that was kind of wound in like a twine. And I made that shade out of a plant pot, a Dollarama plant pot. And in that I put a Sansi bulb. Now I put a good Sansi bulb in that one. That was probably like $30 maybe. But it throws the light down here. And I did have my bird of paradise here originally, which is down in my basement at the moment. But I'm hoping that when the Taniki gets big, where's the Taniki? I will put it in a big pot on a stand so it will benefit from that bulb up there. Now, my grandbaby's room, which I love to hang out in as well. I have my Fabricor IKEA cabinet, which, like, guys, come on, beautiful. Look at how gorgeous it is. I did a video on how I attached that paper to the back, and this is that same light that's in the hall. I think I got 2 of them for like $40-something. I will put a link in the description. It's the only light in this cabinet, and I kind of have my plants almost in a layered fashion in here. But wait till you see. Look at the sun stressing in this cabinet and the new growth. Look there, there's new leaves. The plants in here are just doing... Sorry guys, my memory card was full there, so I had to stop. I don't even know where I left off. But anyway, just look at the beauty in here. And the plants are very happy. At the other side of this electric fireplace, I have another Fabricor. So same deal, same light, and you can see the plants are loving it. I did move my tiger tooth ring of fire and I put it in my kitchen, and I just have some actually rehabbing plants down the bottom there for the moment. So then we come to this section here. So you can see again, we have that bulkhead, and I just clad it in this. It was actually just cheap wood I had in the garage, and I just clad it in it a couple of years ago. And then under here I have my puck lights again. Where are they? You can see there. And I have this, so this Hoya has always been here, and I'm hoping you can see how pretty it is. Very happy. Now it hasn't flowered, but it's growing fantastic. Now it does get a little bit of dappled light from the window, but for the most part its light comes from that puck light. And like they're, I don't know how much they are, guys, maybe, I don't know, $40 or $50 for 6 of them or 8 of them or however many I have. Now this is fine because this gets light from this lovely window. It's quite bright now, it's the afternoon and it's winter. Of course the sun is very different in the winter than it is in the summer, and this plant just gets light again from the window. But this macrophylla only gets light, like literally only gets light from the puck light, because the sun does not actually hit this at all. It doesn't come that way. Actually, I don't even know what it looks like on top, but that's been there for like 3 years and it's very happy. And then this Paulownia repens, again, literally only gets light from that puck light. And look at the length of that. Fabulous. Now in here again, I have, actually I think I just have 5,000 Kelvin bulbs in here. I don't even think it's a regular grow bulb, but it does add to this area. So guys, I hope the video will catch the colors in here better than a photograph. I do not kid you when I tell you that the lights in here are the plants in here are metallic. They are just stunning. And here is one of those Canadian Tire bulbs. You can see the green head on it, and that's, my husband just cut out a little piece of the metal for me so I could run one of those IKEA, you know, those they just plug in and have a socket. But just, oh my goodness guys, this is so gorgeous. You see how amazing they do. Now if there's little fingerprints on here, it's because my little grandson likes to take a look at it, but he also likes to put his hands on it. I just love this. I come in to check it out every day. Look at the Apicia, is that what it's called? Which is, let me put my hand up, this one here. Look at the colours on that. So again, Canadian Tire bulb. Now here, probably not the prettiest, what is it, a Philodendron Brazil, but I'm just looking for the green effect. So it doesn't get it, so it gets light from one of those puck lights, again 5,000 or 6,000 Kelvin, but you can see it gets absolutely no light the further it goes down, so it gets quite small. But I have 3 plants under this. So here we have the, I think it's either the Pearls and Jade or the Enjoy, I'm not sure. Again, just lighting from there. And then I have a philodendron, lemon lime philodendron there, which is probably one of my favorite hanging plants. And then in this window, it is a south facing window, but because of the house being so close, it doesn't get huge light. So of course we have the 2 little puck lights under there. But look at the plants in this window, how well they're doing. Now I just recently acquired this space for plants. So we used to have stools here. There's potatoes in the corner. We used to have stools here, but we moved them to the basement. So I brought out my philodendron silver sword. Look at how beautiful she is. This is a variegated philodendron subfustatum that I imported. It's hard to see the variegation, but the leaf it came with was beautifully variegated, and it was really struggling. So I put it here. Hopefully there's more humidity in the kitchen. So I wanted to supplement the light. So I bought this cute light from Amazon, and it has like a pulley on it. Can you see up there? It has a pulley so I can raise it up and down. And I just put, this was a very inexpensive grow light because I didn't want something too bright here. There was 2 in a pack for like $28 or something like that. And I just have that situated over these plants. Here I am going to put more plants. Here I want to go to IKEA and buy one of their plant stands. So again, that's a very inexpensive grow light, but I have made it so that it kind of fits in with my decor. And then I have my kitchen window. Now this is quite bright, but because the evenings come about so quickly and it gets so dark, I tucked this Sansi light in the background because I have some of my beautiful and more expensive Hoyas here. And there's my tiger tooth ring of fire that I just took out of one of my cabinets. But because I have some of my beautiful Hoyas here, I wanted to supplement the light so that in the evenings, you know, it wouldn't be dark so quickly. I also put a heat pad here because this window is very, very cold in the winter. So you can see I kind of tucked it behind this Hoya so you can't really notice it. So that is another window. This here is probably one of my oldest plants. I got this guy 37 years ago, and he's really like, there's no work at all. Once you feed him and you water him, he does very, very well. And you know what? His mature leaves are not bad. Sure, they're not. Come on, let me show you him a little bit closer. There you go. He doesn't even know I'm talking about him. This is hilarious. You know I'm talking about you. He's so engrossed in what he's doing that he didn't even know I was talking about him. So that's my hobby of, I think we're in our 37th year of marriage. I keep him. He's very valuable. And then we have this room. I love this room. And so did my daughter's puppy. Look at that door. So this is the darkest room imaginable. I do not kid you. Because our deck is covered, it's very, very dark here. So my grow lights really throw some beautiful, well-needed light. So here we have, this is my original IKEA cabinet that I painted. And again, I have those Costco lights in there. And the plants in here are just loving it. They do so well. And I have a lot of Hoyas. And then down the end here, I just have some little bit of rehabbing going on here as well. And this cabinet, I love this cabinet. So I added an extra shelf. So I also have some of these lights up in my bedroom over my plants, so I had to just add an extra one to this because I put in a 4th shelf. This is the afternoon. The sun is actually coming in right now, but it doesn't last for very long. So you can see we had the bulkhead in here as well, so we clad it out in the wood also. And these lights have been here since early 2018. So you can see I have the same. This is probably the first time I use these lights for my plants. And I have a Cebu blue there. This here originally was a 1-leaf cutting of the Scindapsus. What's this one called? Oh, you'll know it. It's the big leaf one. I just can't think of the name of it. Exotica. The Scindapsus exotica. This was a 1-leaf cutting, and the only light it gets, the absolutely only light it gets, is from that puck light. Oh no, that's not true. I lie. I have my octopus light here. So one of the octopus lights is actually pointing at the Scindapsus and another one is pointing at the Cebu blue. Down here I have my begonia table, and I did actually make some cuttings because my begonias were not doing great. So I made some cuttings, and especially in this one back here, to try and bulk it out. Of course we have our ZZ Raven there. I put this piece of live edge wood up here. Absolutely only gets light from my octopus light. So I put all my string of hearts in here. I did have pothos in here, but they quickly outgrew the pot. And you can see they were very long, so I just wrapped them around. And then this is the Sansevieria Bantel, which I've had for a number of years. Again, only gets light from this. So I forgot to tell you what's in here. So there is a combination of 5,000 Kelvin bulbing and some of those Canadian Tire bulbs in here. There's my lovely filthy dirty patio door, which I am not going out to clean today. And then in this corner here I have this plant shelf, which my son bought for me last Christmas actually. And under here, what do we have? No points for guessing. 5,000 Kelvin puck lights. And it just shines down here on my Hoya. And you can see right now there's a little bit of sun coming in, but believe me, it doesn't get a lot of sun. There is another Scindapsus, and you can see her going all the way across here and down. So I'm trying to get her to grow, like to attach to this wood. And then that's actually a cissus discolor that I had out in the back, and I actually cut it right back. And I just wanted to get it to grow again so I can put it out in the summer. And there's a parlour pan that I bought 2 years ago. I can't believe it's still hanging in. Oh, I have to tell you guys, this is the cutest. I don't really have a big fungus gnat problem at the moment, but I told you, yeah, there aren't even any fungus gnats on these. But for my birthday, my adorable son sent me a little package from Amazon. I didn't even know it was coming, and those little fungus gnat sticky traps were in there. So I just put them around, just in case any of those little buggers decide to come back. This room here. Very much held together with supplementary lighting. And then there. This is an experiment. So you know the amazing begonia that was in the little terrarium that was like metallic looking? Well, this, I've had this plant probably for 4 or 5 years, and it's never done amazingly. So I took a piece of it out and put it into the terrarium. And you can see here that I've put it in my lantern, and I bought this little tiny light, little halo light, to see if I could get it to red up like it is in the terrarium. And I did actually put some foil bubble wrap on the top of the lantern to try and create a little bit higher humidity. So I'm curious to see, it's in my haul by the way, so I'm curious to see, will this help that begonia to reach the potential it has reached in my terrarium. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful. If you've any questions or comments, don't forget to ask below. If you watched till the end, don't forget to put that green heart emoji. Oh my gosh. If you've watched till the end, don't forget to put the green heart emoji in the comments. Did I ask you for a thumbs up? I hope I did. And I want to wish you all, what I should have done in the beginning guys, I want to wish you all a happy new year. We are now in 2022, and let's hope it's a better year for us all than last year. You take care, and I'll see you again soon.